Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and the Red Wolf.
The firestorm. Okay.
Uh, Joined again with another Fire Force Season 2 review. Man, we're already on episode 5.
Yeah. Did time seem to fly a little bit?
Oh, I still remember when we were watching the first episode of the season, like legit 3 weeks ago, which was the
That
start of July. July. Now we're at the end of July.
that's because that episode was just legit comedic and funny. Of course we would. Of course we would remember it.
Um, so yeah. One, I actually got updates in terms of the English dub for Fire Force before we start this review. Now, Toonami News on the Twitter page said the English dub of Fire Force will be airing on Toonami starting October 28th, I believe. So I guarantee you're gonna have to rewatch episodes 1 and 2 all over again in a week-to-week thing when it comes to those episodes. Obviously, the reason why they're doing it is to make more dubbed episodes because for the English dub materials of dubs, the actors are actually, because of obviously the virus and the pandemic, they're dubbing from their legit houses. So obviously that takes a much more longer time than it is to dub in the booth in the stadium. And plus, Texas is like one of the leading hotspots in the virus. So they're taking the safe approach. That's why for season 4 of My Hero Academia's English dub, it took a while longer for that to finish up. So they're getting ahead on it and making sure, it's pushed out to Toonami. I'll probably be watching Toonami because of it then, so I can see the English dub episode. So I don't know when they'll go on Funimation and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're an English dub fan and you're wondering when is the English dub gonna have episode 3 come out, well, it's probably gonna be like sometime in November. That's all I can say, because first episode will probably re-air on October 28th. So that's some good news for your English dub Fire Force fans. Also, I know this is, well, it's not his birthday today, but it's his belated birthday. But yesterday, Denzel's birthday was yesterday. So again, I texted him to this yesterday, but again, happy birthday, Denzel.
Thank you, and thank you all out there. I guess, man, I feel like an old man now.
He's 22, guys. He's 22.
I'm old.
I still remember when we were freaking kids, or 13.
Yep, good times.
Enjoy your time, kiddies. Enjoy your times.
While you still can.
Yes. Anyways, we're here on episode 5 of Fire Force, where, man, it seemed like things were gonna get intense with Shinra and Charon, but for the most part, it seems like that fight somewhat concluded. I say somewhat.
Yeah, it's still one-sided.
Anyways, let's get to it. So the episode starts off with Arthur fighting Hameya, and Hameya is like, yo, Charon, can you freaking hurry up and get here because I have problems and I can't fight this guy with this sword and everything. And Charon, obviously, he's busy dealing with Shinra pretty easily. Yeah. Now, again, Shinra is just bursting attacks on this guy, and it's doing nothing. Nothing. He's taking it like a tank, man.
I find it kind of bold, to be honest.
Yeah, dude's getting like headshotted. He's getting stomach shotted. He's taking blows everywhere, and the dude's just standing there like, that tickles.
I like how you said it.
Honestly, that's how he. I don't know. I forgot what his English dub voice sounds like, but that's what he sounds like. That's what it is implied like he sounded like. So, yeah. Anyways, we cut back to how our other Company 8 guys are dealing with the Demon Infernal. And Lieutenant Karim actually freezes the dude. Straight up freezes him. And yeah, so then this brings up the whole discussion because even before that scene, Shinra asks Charon, like, what generation pyrokinetic are you? And this is when I swear to God, I shouldn't be saying that, but I swear, I was literally pausing just to put everything down on my notes. So anyways, Lieutenant Karim, who's answering the questions to Hinwa, who's asking like, how are you able to do all this stuff like freaking easily? And Karim, he goes on to state that since he's a second generation, they can't create their own flames. But we find out here that if they go up against a third generation pyrokinetic, apparently they can use their flames to fight them. Which we later find out that's what's happening to Shinra. Essentially, if you don't understand still, when Shinra makes an attack on Charon, he essentially absorbs the blow, and he's able to use his power on his, or he's able to use Shinra's power on himself. So essentially, it's essentially like Shinra fighting himself, really.
Yeah, as we already experienced from his allies all kicking him and all that stuff, and he's just using that damage for power. That was actually pretty wow.
Which goes to show that these people, well, in Charon's case, if he's the type of guy that gets hit and then uses the power, he has to have some insane durability. Especially what we see later on. Personally, I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent. Personally, I think this actually makes the second generation pyrokinetics actually pretty diverse. And that means, and even Karim says, see, that's why we don't say we're second generation pyrokinetics. Because if we just went out saying that, people would know our weakness. It's a pretty inventive thing, and it's a nice little thing for second generations, because it's like, well, if nobody knows what your generation is in terms of pyrokinetics and what you can do, it's like a complete mystery. And it's like, I can see the third generation having problems, and it's actually pretty cool, actually. I thought Inca had a nice power, which I still think she has a nice power, but this whole thing to the second generation pyrokinetics, that's actually pretty cool. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too. Kind of. Now I get why they're like, they don't like to admit why they're like second generations, and because just because they don't want to know people to know their weakness and stuff.
Now, yes, we get the confirmation after Shinra asked him. And Sharon, we finally get the confirmation that he is a second generation pyrokinetic. Now, Shinra, at some point he realizes this because he knows now. He's like, well, shoot, that means if I hit him, he's just going to fire it right back at me for no reason. And this is when we get like this one scene where, like, Charon, he's just beating him up like normally. And Sharon's like, yo, you can't just stay here block on normally. You're going to have to fight me at some point. Otherwise, you're going to lose. And then this is when Shinra gets the idea in terms of the Korna attack. So he realizes that when Charon absorbs the energy, and this is after when Charon gets beat up by his little cronies and does, I guess, the Kamehameha flame burst. Jesus. After that, I was like, bro, if this was like some kind of freaking video game, like some kind of fighting video game, and that was like a finishing move, like, or some Mortal Kombat stuff, because the way they showed it, they only showed Shinra's legs and his feet. If this was like something out of Mortal Kombat, it would just be the freaking legs, and then everything else would be gone. That's legit when I'm like, bro, how is Shinra taking this full force to the face?
How indeed.
Although he did look like he got burnt till a kingdom come.
Pause. Okay.
So anyways, Shinra, he realizes that when Charon absorbs the energy, he releases that energy. But when he does that, his second gen flames isn't directed outwards. No, his second generation flames, the flames he makes from what Shinra gives him, they're directed outwards, not inwards. So he plans on doing the Korna attack to essentially counter it. Essentially, the thing is, he's going to try to hit him faster before he gets hit. Now, Shinra tries to do it, but that fails the first time. And eventually, he does the move, which, my God, was insane. We kind of get a backstory on how he does the whole little movement. and that's from Captain Obi. He said it was a long thing. He was talking about rock and roll, but the gist of it is Obi said you should just do this because it inspires. It will be in a way of inspiration for courage. So then Shinra does the move, and my God, the animation as he's speaking to this, he's like, well, fine, I don't like being called the devil much of anything, but I'll be a devil to you guys. I'll tell you that. So it was funny. They give him the typical devil-like look in his freaking eyes, like he always gives him.
Now I can't stop doing it for some reason.
Is somebody getting a little inspiration of courage over there?
Let's rock and roll, Cameron. Okay.
Funny. So, like, this huge red fire thing comes out and swallows Charon and just takes him out. I was like,
no, I was also like, not with my hand, please. But
yeah. Let's just say that was a top 10 moment for Shinra right there. Definitely top 10. So yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, he beat him. He's down for the count. He's in a crater. His cronies look worried and everything. Even Inka's like, oh my gosh. Heck, she even saw the flames before it even happened. The attack even happened. So yeah. Now we cut back to the other guys, and what happens to the Demon Infernal, Denzel?
breaks out of the ice. Then they had to come up with a plan to like lure it into Maki's firestorm.
Yes. Now, essentially, the plan, and this is all came up by Lit, the guy who I'm still questioning: is he really good or is he still with Joker?
I don't know anymore.
I will give him his credit. He had a heroic moment in planning this whole thing out. So I don't see. That's the thing about his character. I still don't know. I don't know if he's just in the company, the Fire Force Special Company, to be like some kind of spy for Joker, or if he's just doing this out of the generosity of his heart. He's an interesting character.
Yeah, he probably has something to gain from being nice.
Now, anyways, look, he actually goes on to say, well, there's only been 2 times where the Special Fire Force members have actually defeated a Demon Infernal. One was from Lieutenant Conroe, which, if you don't remember, that was way back in season 1 of the season when Shinmon's friend actually beat the one dude and he was badly injured because of it. And then also last season, Shinmon defeated one of those Demon Infernals, which was crazy. So obviously these things are pretty tough to take down. So Lurk comes up with a plan saying, well, actually, because at first he was lost, but then he realizes, hey, actually, let's do this. So his plan is to use every second generation pyrokinetic that's on the field to round up the flames and the demon. And with those second generations, what they will do, they'll manipulate the flames into one area where, as you see, Maki does her nice little firestorm attack, and they'll be able to manipulate the flames, combine it with the towns, and with the wind of the town, because this town has a very strong wind current. Do that, lead the Demon Inferno, and be able to beat that thing. So, it's a pretty thought out plan by him. It takes out the entire fire in the city, and it takes out the Demon Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think of this plan?
Well, I hope you're happy that Maki is getting her time to shine now.
Oh, finally! After that, I swear. I was about to say, I'm like, is she gonna do anything? My God! At least she finally did something. It was pretty cool. So they do set actually, quick thing before we get back to what takes place with Maki and the others. So Shinra asked the other 2 fools who are holding Inka hostage to be like, yo, let her go. she's being under custody for protective care for the Special Fire Force Company. And then, I swear, these animes do it to me every time. You think the bad guy's out for the count, and then what happens next?
Suddenly, the bad guy has plot armor.
Bro, can I just say, I don't know how Charon took the move, and I don't know how he got up from that. But there is no way he should have got up from that.
Have you seen how many hits he took already? My goodness.
Now, he admits saying that is the first damage he has taken in a while from somebody else, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it cuts away from that. So we won't see any more Shinra till next week. Well, they do a nice little tidbit at the end of the episode, but we kind of won't see anything else in the future related to that. So anyways, which I personally thought was one of the more hilarious moments in this part. So we have all the other company, reinforcements manipulating the flames and stuff like that. They get to the one area where Maki's at. She creates the fire tornado type of thing. Heen was actually leading the Demon Inferno. He gets over there and he's kind of trying to stall for time. Now, Obi tries to push the Demon Inferno into the flame. Sadly, that doesn't work because it's too hot for him to touch. Then our boy Vulcan comes in and he has this cannon. Oh my god. I feel like Denzel needs to explain this because this was hilarious, bro.
Oh my god. So yeah, he brings up this cannon, which is, I guess, the strongest cannon they have, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Captain Obi was selected to fire that thing. For some reason, he couldn't bring himself to. He doesn't even know how to use it. Like, so I don't know. He just tapped the button like think, and that's from the. Oh, for the love of God!
Okay, hold on. Before you continue with that, my dude Captain Obi can do all these boss things, but you're telling me he can't shoot a dang thing when it's already locked on. All he has to do is shoot.
He said, like, I never played those games before and stuff. So like this, click. Oh my god.
Vulcan takes it into his own hands, which my question is, why didn't you just bump it to him in the first place? He manages to get a close range. Vulcan's like, okay, he's close now. You can't miss him now. I swear, that was the funniest scene of this episode. If not, one of the more funnier moments in Fire Force in general, because Captain Obi, I guess, must suck at first-person shooters, even though they look like the aim assist from Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet or Sword Art Online number 2 was directly there. But, that was just hilarious. So they push the Demon Inferno into there. Hinwa shoots, like, I guess you could say some type of drone in the flame and manages to go up there. And then the moment it explodes, and it looks like the flames are all going to explode, but thanks to Lieutenant Karim, he freezes the fire, and it's essentially a pillar, which he says will be held in there for a lifetime. Heck, you can see his trumpet kind of breaks after doing that one last attack.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an ice pillar in there in the city, and the city is safe. There's no more damage. You see the sunlight arise. There's no more overcast skies and nothing. And everybody's just taken aback at this gigantic pillar. To the point we get the last cutscene. Or well, Obi's like, well, now it's up to you, Arthur and Shinra now to finish the job off and deal with the evangelist. We cut back, which is the last few, minutes of the episode, or last few seconds of the episode, and Shinra's fighting more Charon, but then they see the gigantic, pillar, and Inka's like, "What's that?" It looks. Oh my god. No, I can't deal with crazy chicks like that. She she gives a look like it looks dangerous. I'm like, is this girl a psychopath? She doesn't care. I swear. If she could break that ice open, you know she's going to do it.
She could. She could.
And then that's when the episode ends off, and then yeah. So good episode.
Wait, did the trailer by any chance show anything like that at all? Of her like doing something stupid? Or...
If you know the next episode preview, I'll just say you'll see what Inka's decision is going to be. And let's just say the poster kind of gives it away as well. So yeah. Next episode, it seems like Inka will make her decision. And two, it seems like next week's episode is going to be the climax of everything. So yeah. That's what I saw from the next episode preview. It's going to be intense. I feel like it's going to be a lot of dialogue and stuff like that, but this was still a good episode. I enjoyed the firestorm thing. I enjoyed my girl Maki doing something. Don't sleep on the witch. Also, we do see Tamaki and Iris in their sister outfits. And no, Tamaki doesn't strip down like she did last week.
So calm down, people. I know you guys are still outraged by that fan servicey scene. Jeez.
Well, some people, not everybody, but it was still fun. It was still a nice little scene between the two. It was like some guy saying, "Please save my house" or something like that. And yeah, but other than that, this episode was good. I enjoyed it. How about you, Denzel?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Pretty fire.
So,
I know it.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully, you guys are having a good rest of your day, staying safe out there. Until then, we're gonna catch you guys on the next video. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. In the comment section, your thoughts on this episode. And I guess if you didn't see next episode preview, what do you think Inka's decision is going to be? So we'll just have to see next week. Also, hit the subscribe button to get more Fire Force weekly episodic reviews. So till then, guys, we're going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying and staying safe for the rest of your day. So till then, catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.